Hey guys, EDDBUD here, and I'm back with one of my world famous shootout videos. That's Shoot-Out. Today I'm pairing the Nike Pegasus 37 up with the Asics Novablast. I would have thought the Pegasus 37 had been released by now over here in the UK, but alas, no dice. What does that mean when people say no dice? I don't know. And the Alphafly, I thought that was coming out today as well, but nope. Before we get to the main part of the video, if you're a new viewer or you haven't done so already, it would mean a great deal to me if you'd subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you click the bell for notifications of when I fire out those new videos like a cannon. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up like as well. That would really help us out here in the shoe sanctuary, where we have a lot of shoes. More shoes perhaps than Mrs. EDDBUD would actually like or knows about. Weight is very similar between these two shoes. I have the Novablast here. I've been doing a bit of Bowerman style messing around. I haven't got the waffle iron out or anything like that, but I have changed up the laces and in fact put some Nike insoles in there. Why, you say? Why have you done that, EDDBUD? I was trying to sort of max cushion out these shoes, you know, put an even squashier insole in to make them my ultimate easy day shoe. It's not what I thought my ultimate easy day shoe would look like, but hey. This one's picked up a bit of grime. It's weighing in about 320 grams, and this one's weighing 325. 10mm drop in both of these, so let's get to it. Let's not waste any more time. A stitch in time saves 9. What does all this stuff mean? I don't know. So, upper first, the Pegasus 37 certainly is a warmer shoe to me than the Novablast. Just seems a little more breathable in the Novablast. You can feel that wind flowing through your toes. There are some perforations in the mesh in the toe box of the 37, but it's just a much warmer shoe. In many ways it reminds me in fact of the Pegasus 35 Turbo. Certainly in the toe box, I'm not sure about in the rest of the other parts of the shoe. The toe box and the sides are certainly reminiscent of that vintage. I think it's more in terms of toe box depth really, because you have that strange stripe. In fact, where is it? Here it is. The special stripe, you see. Yeah, there are some similarities there. In terms of the mesh, let's do the feel test. Here we go. A little softer in the Pegasus 35 Turbo. Miss EDDBUD's gonna like this one. I'm in mischievous mood today. Novablast here with the lace change, something a little wider, longer, and slightly more elastic, has made a big difference in terms of the upper fit for me. I think this shoe's certainly truer to size than the Pegasus 37. That one seems a little bit snug. Like when you pay some decent money for a nice hotel bed and you just get one of those pull down sort of things that's just not going to be comfortable. You're not going to get a good night's sleep in it. Not that you'd be sleeping in your Pegasus 37s, that's just foolish. But with that lace change I've experienced zero heel slip. It's just a really nice fitting shoe now. We didn't get on at first, but getting on like a house on fire now. It took a few dates, but now we're going steady. I think the 37 upper's breaking in a little bit. I am going to experiment with some changes to this one, as I always do. You know I'm going to do that. But for me, I think I favour the upper on the Novablast right now. God, there's a big old chunk of midsole in both of these shoes, guys, you know it. Similar stack heights, but a vastly different feel underfoot. I'm not sure why I'm holding the shoe like this. The Novablast is more of a pillowy squish, whereas the React in the midsole of the Pegasus 37 is more firm and dense, certainly in the heel area. God, it really does flex there actually. Look at that. I never noticed that. You can flex the heel completely like that. That's crazy. Where does it do that? Through the midfoot and the forefoot in the Novablast, it still feels nice and cushioned, but it really does compress as you put your weight down onto it. It's quite a pleasant feeling once you get used to it. Obviously the 37's got the added cushion of those airbags. It does feel a little bit like you're standing atop of a huge piece of bubble wrap. Now I've just got the sounds in my head of someone breaking all those little bubbles on the bubble wrap. Even with the obligatory quite thick Nike insole, you can still feel that airbag under the forefoot. I'm wondering what it's going to feel like if I try a thinner insole. Perhaps something from the Hoka series. Might try the Rincon insoles in here. Try and make the shoe a little lighter perhaps. Clearly the Pegasus 37's geared up to benefit those with a more midfoot strike. But I'm really finding the dense nature of the midsole foam here and the implementation of React nowhere near as forgiving as the Nike Infinity Run or the Novablast. The Flytefoam Blast in the Novablast did take a little bit of time to settle down, kind of like when a child has too many bags of Skittles before bed. That's just a recipe for disaster, I think, giving a child Skittles at any time of the day. But I think once the midsole had settled down a little bit, I'm finding it fantastic as a daily shoe for those kind of recovery pace miles, just when you want to get out for 3 or 4 miles and enjoy the scenery. It's certainly been a DAP I've enjoyed attaching to my feet for those recovery miles. I think considering that the Pegasus line has always been touted as a shoe for every runner, one of Nike's best ever selling shoes, I think there are better midsole materials out there now. I think Nike have dropped the ball on this one a little bit. And I think Flytefoam Blast is one of those better midsoles. So, the Flytefoam Blast takes it this time. One great thing that the Pegasus 37 does have going for it is its outsole. It's super grippy, almost overqualified. For simple road use, it just seems like too much. I think the lugs are deep enough for some light trails and some inclement weather. Not that we got anything of that at the moment. They've said today that May was the driest on record. Yeah, Kofuzi wouldn't be liking it over here at the moment. We've had no rain, Mike, for ages. The Novablast could perhaps turn out to be the more durable of the two shoes over time, though I do find it's not quite as stable over rough terrain or on an even camber. I think it's due to the gaps in the outsole here, those kind of cut out pieces of the midsole. People have commented that this is to aid in that sort of trampoline type effect, but I'm not so sure. I'm not absolutely convinced of that, but I can kind of see where they're coming from with that. But on outsole, for me, the Pegasus 37 takes it. It's a beast that needs controlling, this one. We've got to talk value. Value. Show me that value. So value-wise, both shoes retail at £110. Well, when this one's released properly it will. Maybe someday, who knows. I think they can both make pretty good daily trainers for you out there. I think the Peg 37, I feel, could perhaps come into play for some longer runs, with the aid of that air zoom unit here, taking a little bit of the pressure off your forefoot. Though I think out the box there's a more consistent feel in terms of sizing than the Novablast, which took a little bit of tinkering to get it right. I mean, some people are going to prefer the firmer nature that you get in the midsole of the Pegasus 37. I think the finish on the 37 is a little bit better than the Novablast. The Novablast does feel a little bit over-engineered in certain areas. Certainly Nike have tried to do the barest of bare minimum on this shoe. I think the Novablast could just do with a little bit of simplification here and there. I mean, that stylish midsole shape looks good, but is it really necessary? They could have shaved off a few grams here. I might actually do that. I might just saw part of it off and see what happens. I'm not going to do that. I was just kidding. And they perhaps could have got rid of a little bit of the tongue here. Does it really need to be that long? Think of the reduction in shipping costs as well, Asics, that you could save yourselves. I think its daily shoes are going to be relatively durable. Some people are going to prefer the slightly firmer Pegasus 37 and others the more compressive underfoot feel of the Asics Novablast. On value, I think there's something for everybody here. I'm going to call this one a tie. I'm hoping that I'm going to come around to the 37 a little bit. I think some more runs. I might get there, but I'll keep you updated. If you've got either of these shoes, let me know in the comments below. Tell me how you've got on with them. Do you like one or the other? Do you like them both? Do you not like either of them? Comment below, please, guys. A very quick musical interlude. I dug out this awesome DVD, Neil Young live in Berlin. This is round about the period where he released Trans, which was a vocoder dominated album. Lots of electronic drum machines and synthesizers and stuff on there. But Neil sounds fantastic on here. Computer Age and Sample and Hold are amongst my favourites. Neil's got a really cool band as well together here. It's a very different sort of sound. A lot more regimented than you would normally hear when he plays with Crazy Horse. So if you can track it down, I think it was a Region 1 disc. No idea where I got it from, but Neil Young, live in Berlin. Neil's the healer at the moment. He's keeping me sane. Right guys, thanks for watching through to the very end of the video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Share this one with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you